In this video, I am sharing the 3 ingredients you need to grow big, amazing strawberries. Strawberries are one of those plants that everyone should have in their home garden, and they're pretty easy to take care of, which is the best part of it. About 2 years ago, I made this video here, and in it I share my 1 tip for getting big strawberries. If you want to know that 1 tip, be sure to click that link up here. One of the questions I got a lot in the comment section was, how do I fertilize my strawberries? And when I did a cursory search on the web, I realized pretty quickly that although there is information out there, it can get a little bit confusing. Although fertilizing can create a more abundant harvest and larger fruit, too much of a good thing is not good either. In today's video, I am listing the 3 main ingredients that you need to create amazing harvests and beautiful strawberries. I'm also going to be giving you a feeding schedule so that you know exactly when you should be fertilizing your strawberry plants and depending on the type of strawberry. There is such a thing as over-fertilizing, and you don't want to do that. So let's get into it. Number 1, the first ingredient is well-mature compost. This should be a no-brainer because everyone knows the amazing benefits of well-made compost. There really is nothing like it. And the beautiful thing about compost is that it is such a perfect balance of nutrients for what your plants need. Now, the key thing here is, you notice I said well-matured. If you add a compost around your strawberry plants that hasn't been matured long enough and it has too much of a nitrogen source in it, it can actually cause more of an issue within your strawberry plants. Especially if your compost has anything like chicken manure, be sure that you have composted that at least a year so that there is not too much nitrogen in your compost. I have my compost pile here. They are not ready, and so I ended up using a very good quality compost that I could find in the store that was well mature and organic. If you can't make mature compost in time for when you're planting your strawberries or during the season, then definitely go find a reputable compost source that you know will work well. Ingredient number 2 is have a good fertilizer. Strawberries are not very particular about having one nutrient more than another, and so having a fairly balanced NPK on your fertilizer is probably the best option. My personal favorites are the Berry Tone by Espoma, it's all organic, and then also the Neptune's Harvest Fish and Seaweed Fertilizer. I will go into a little more detail later about how and when I use these, but honestly, any organic fertilizer that you like that has a very balanced NPK is good. Berry Tone has an added benefit of adding microbes to their mix, as well as sulfur, which help slightly acidify the soil pH, which is perfect for strawberries, which like a neutral to very slightly acidic soil. What I like about Neptune's Harvest is this blend is liquid, so it's a lot easier for me to apply. I do a foliar feed and it's very mild and gentle on your plants. Now, ingredient number 3. This is the newest product that I have been testing out this year, and I have been incredibly impressed by it, and I know you will too. It is Vermisterra worm castings. Vermisterra is a family-owned and operated company that has been farming for several generations. They have several worm casting products, including worm castings in several different grades, worm casting tea, and vitality. One of my strawberry beds is really overdue for renovation and didn't look that great this spring. It still doesn't look that great, but you know what? I was amazed at the amount and the beauty of the fruit that I got from that bed using all of their products. In particular, vitality on that bed. I have used all 3 of the worm casting products from Vermisterra on my beds, and I'll explain to you when I use them and how. So why should you be using worm casting products in your garden, and particularly in your strawberry bed? Worm castings improve soil structure and soil fertility. They are rich and beneficial in bacteria and microbes. They free up plant nutrients and make them more readily available, which is why later on you'll find out that you only have to use half the recommended dose of fertilizer. And they support your plant's defenses. This was the first year that I started using worm castings in my entire garden, but particularly in my strawberry bed. And one other benefit that I'm going to add to this is that my pest load was so much less this year. I rarely had any incidents with aphids, and when I did, when I applied it, they were gone within days. In the past, my strawberries would oftentimes get eaten by slugs or roly-polies or whatever you call them, pill bugs. My strawberries have not only been beautiful, but they have no holes and bite marks in them. So I hope that has convinced you to give worm castings a try. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how you should be fertilizing and when. But before we get into that, let me say one thing. Although I include fertilizer in my list of ingredients, the key important thing here is to always test your soil before you add any fertilizer. Too much of a good thing is not good. So although it may seem natural to want to just add a bunch of fertilizer to get your berries healthy, that may actually backfire on you. It's important to not only test the pH of your soil, but to test all of the different nutrients in your soil so you know how best to treat your berries. For instance, if you have plenty of nitrogen in your soil, maybe a little much nitrogen in your soil, and then you add fertilizer on top, which might be high in nitrogen, your strawberry plants will put more energy into vegetative growth and beautiful lush green leaves and less into berry production. So this is why it is absolutely crucial that you test your soil to know what you need. So that being said, let's get into the schedule. So first, let's talk about planting time, what you need to do at planting time in the first year. When you go to plant your strawberries, I recommend adding about 1 inch of compost around your whole berry bed. Add your fertilizer. I prefer the granular fertilizer at planting time, and then I would save the liquid fertilizer for later in the season when I do foliar feeding. And when I add this fertilizer, I'm only adding it at half the recommended dose because I'm adding my worm castings, which are going to be increasing the uptake of the plant nutrients. So follow the instructions on whatever fertilizer you get and just cut it in half. And fourth, I'm going to be adding my worm castings into the bed at the recommended dose. I follow this at about 1 bag per 10 square feet. So depending on how large your bed is, you might be adding half a bag to a couple bags. The beautiful thing with these worm castings is they're completely safe to use. They are all organic. You can handle them with your bare hands. You can have children and pets all around them, and there are no bad effects. So at your planting time, once you have tested your soil and added those 3 ingredients, you're going to then begin your maintenance schedule. In year 1, you're going to be fertilizing your plants at the planting time. But in all subsequent years, you are not going to be fertilizing your strawberries in the spring. And here's why. Too much nitrogen in the spring will encourage your strawberry plants to put on too much leafy growth instead of berry growth. There is a difference in how you fertilize between day neutral and everbearing varieties and June bearing varieties, and we're going to be talking about those. For your June bearing strawberries, it is recommended that after your last berry harvest, when you renovate your strawberry bed and you're cutting down all those berry plants, that is the time to fertilize your plants. Usually this happens around July to August time, and I prefer using the Neptune's Harvest liquid fertilizer because I think it's a lot easier to apply. Do a couple tablespoons of this in a gallon of water and you foliar feed your plants. For your everbearing strawberries, you're going to be fertilizing them at half the recommended dose 2 weeks after the first berries harvest, and then again in the late summer, usually in August, at half the recommended dose again. Because your everbearing strawberries do produce berries all season long, it is important to give them a little bit more nutrients throughout the season, as compared to June bearing that only need it at the renovation time so that they can get their buds ready for the following year's harvest. You can apply your worm casting tea about every 2 weeks throughout the growing season. This is not your normal fertilizer where it will burn your plants if you apply too much. If you actually apply more of this, it won't do anything. It'll only improve your soil health. I mix 2 to 3 ounces of tea per 1 gallon of water, and I foliar feed in the morning, repeating about every 2 weeks or so. Also, a couple times a year, I like to add Vitality, which is a worm castings extract. It's especially helpful for rehabbing stressed and diseased plants. If you notice that your strawberries or any plant in your garden is having issues with stress or disease, then Vitality is your go-to. I mix 1 to 2 ounces per gallon of water and apply 1 to 2 times a year or as needed. Foliar feeding is an amazing way to fertilize your plants because so many nutrients can be absorbed through the leaves of the plants. Just be sure that you don't foliar feed your plants right at night. When the temperature drops and the water stays on your plants all night, it can create mildew and other issues with your plants. Now, what about if your strawberries are in containers? Does that change anything? Actually, it does. Strawberries are amazing in containers because they stay so compact. The issue with growing in containers is that the nutrients leach from your containers a whole lot faster than it does in your garden beds. So how do we offset that? I would recommend fertilizing your plants about 1 to 2 extra times in the growing season at half the recommended dose. And then be diligent with applying your worm casting tea every 2 weeks and using Vitality when you see that your plants might need a little extra boost. I am partnering with Vermisterra to give away several of their worm casting products for you to try out yourself. You don't want to miss this awesome giveaway. Head over to my Instagram account linked right here and get all the details. I hope that you found this video helpful and that it took away a lot of the confusion that comes with when and how to fertilize your strawberry plants. And I wish you the very best luck in creating the best and most beautiful strawberries on the planet. As always, go out and grow something. God bless.